Hello, welcome back. I'm going to continue to talk about the book King Paimon, the Lord of the Endless Silence, the Lord of the Abyss. And so to say, the story goes on now. One, as I've said in the other recording, one can, of course, continue and see what other elements appear now. And there are, of course, elements that are connected to the desert, or there are elements connected to different aspects now. But I think the main focus is almost to say the mirror, no? Because the mirror, of course, if you put it, for example, in the desert now, it will look different, or it has different aspects. And I've talked in another recording about the connection between mirror, the sand, now the process of making a mirror, connection to the sand, now to the past, and so on. And that's, I think, a very, very beautiful aspect, no? And then the shape of the mirror, the translucent aspect of the mirror, no? There's this shimmering, like the surface of a water. That's something like very, very beautiful about the sand, the softness, no? The beauty, the color, and so on. And the other things now that one can talk about is the element of water, of course. It's very much now connected to the sand, as I said in another recording. There was one specifically exactly on this topic now. Maybe now this recording is connected to that one, no? So it's a connection now between the colors, the yellow, the orange, the aspect of the landscape itself, no? And of the animals too, which are connected area to the story or through the story. And there was another recording as well now about the name of King Paimon, who he represents. At the same time, there's another topic now of the mirrors, or the exercise of the mirror, or the element of Paimon, or the fire, the element of magic, or the magician powers, or the magician aspect of Paimon. Then there's a cultural aspect of Paimon, of course, the historical aspect of him, and the culture now from where he comes. So there's the historical facts now. At the same time, the book is my own creation now. It's almost like it's a novel. It's a fictional work, but it is a grimoire. As I've said, it has different layers that I've spoken to about the book itself and the story. I've spoken different recordings about the story, giving very beautiful imagery or parts from the storybook, or as I have written it. And there's the element of surprise as well, no? At the same time, there's always the feeling, no matter how much one talks, one cannot say all, no? Of course, there's always a moment of stagnation, as I've said. It's necessary, no? The pause. And the other elements now of nature, of the landscape, of the travel through the landscape. It is a very beautiful one, through the sands, through the village, through the river, and so on. There's always continuation. And you almost know, they symbolize the road, or a different type of road. Maybe it's a straight road, maybe it's a wavy, maybe it's a, like a colline, no? You have to go higher, and so on. But it's always more to the base, no? It's nothing. It's all connected to nature, no? To the water and the sands, no? To the beauty of that, no? And the beauty of the elements of the animals, no, which they carry, and the element of art, of music, the element of the colors, and the other parts of the interesting, no. When you talk about books, no, they do contain, no, the stories. It's like a very, very, very beautiful, no? I appreciate all books. I love books. I know how much it takes to write a book, and especially in other times, no? Or the beauty of language, or writings, or speech. It's very much correlated, of course, to the art, to the expression, and so on and so forth, no? And the book is as ability to connect those elements, of course, especially when, me as a book author, as a writer, I have other talents, no, or I have different specific growing up, no, what I've studied, what I have experienced. Now it's almost connected me already on, even as a child, no, with those parts of my memory or those parts of my experiences, no, in nature. And that's like the beautiful part, no, of my journey. That's how I create the story as well, no. At the same time, this was, as I said, when I speak in these recordings, it's mostly for the meaning of King Paimon book, no? And the other books I try not to include too much, because not at all I want, no? Because I, of course, want to focus on the book King Paimon and the elements that I included in this part. It's not biographical, of course not. It is, of course, as I've said, a book about King Paimon. He is the character in the book, no? He's the main character. And, you know, I'm a painter as well, so I use colors, I use other parts, no, of my, you know, I'm a linguist, I love language, I love speech, I love writing, I love teaching, I'm a teacher, no, there's a lot of different elements, no, that one can, you know, grow up and learn, no, as children, no, or to paint or to do different stuff that one is creative about and passionate, no. At the same time, for children, for me at least, it was always a very silent type of work, no. I enjoy to discover by myself. I enjoy the little elements of nature. I enjoy the landscape itself, no. Or I appreciate the silence, or I look forward, no. I love to go for walks and see birds, and you know, I enjoy that type of landscape. And King Paimon has the connection to the animals that we have spoken about, the camel, the turtle, no, element of water, or the snake, and he has more elements of water than he has free. The turtle, snake, and of course the camel too is connected to the water, no, but it represents more the earth, of course, camel, the sands, no, and it is specific for a region as well. And the element of the monkey, no, at the same time the element of the west, no, the element of the monkey, and the other parts are like the, I want to say the south, no, the snake, or the west, no, it's almost to say the camel, no, it has this, or the dunes, no, the west as well, no, or the east, no, depending which side, and then the north, no, you have the element of the you know, it's almost like a bird, no, the north, but there is the element of the fire, no, once the bird is connected to the sky, to the fire, and so on and so forth. No one can, of course, discuss this. It's a maybe interesting point, or to say, well, what it means, no, almost we can leave it open. It's not necessarily to be specific, but it is a correlation. It is like a little wheel, no, and it is about the four corners as well. Now, when we think about the King of the West, now it is connected to the West. As I've said, now it's just a beautiful aspect, of course, depending on from which region, no, from which region Paimon comes, or from which part, no. There's the element, no, of origin, which is very, very beautiful part. At the same time, now how I imagine Paimon, no, it was my own, of course, imagination or experiences, or the way I wanted to write the book, and it almost opened the thematic, no. I opened the thematic, and then I have created it's almost like a stylistical work, a grimoire, no, about him, and this is called the King Paimon, the Lord of the Endless Silence, the Lord of the Abyss, written by me, Anais Giulia, and it is, like I said, a dark grimoire. At the same time, it is a love story. Sometimes it has a little contrasting elements, but it is connected to the thematic, to the story as well, no? So the parts do fit. If someone reads and thinks not, they do. Okay, this it's not a mistake. I didn't make mistakes in the text, no, or at least stylistically or wise, or the word that I chose, or the way I wanted, no, the text to appear, no. This is the element of the writer, and the part of the painting, no, at the same time, when I paint, no, I have a landscape, I paint nature and landscape, there's this element of the way, no, what comes through, no, it's the sky, it's the water, it's the wood, or the trees, or the meadow, or the, you know, there's the vegetation, or the colors, and then it gives a great pleasure. No, colors give pleasure. It's very beautiful, and the nuance. No, then when I paint very like watery. No, so there's the element of the sky. No, it is a very beautiful part of it as well, and the different accents that one chooses in the painting, of course, are interesting as well, or the brush work or the brush line. No, there's this element of art, and the historical part for me, you know, it's very interesting. Of course, the focus I try always to have it on the book. As I've said, it can be bought on Amazon internationally, and you can have it in paper, you know, with the cover and everything, and it is a very large book as well, but it's a very beautiful book. No, one can read. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to let it here and continue another time on the thematic of King Paimon with other new ideas or other new insights. Thank you. Take care. Bye.